Well, we knew coming into tonight that the pace of the game was going to be quickened. Drake likes to attack. We knew we had to push the basketball so we didn't have to play against their matchup zone all night long. So I thought the pace was there. They can shoot threes, we can shoot threes. And I thought the first half was one of offense where everybody executed on both sides of the basketball at a very high level. At halftime, we talked about, and the adjustment we made is we had to take away their three-point shots. They were 6-10 in the first half, and you can't let a team shoot 60% from three. And I thought we continued our pace offensively, and I thought our defense stepped up in the third quarter. And then it was about managing the game in the last 4 or 5 minutes. And great effort tonight, but that was a good team that we ended up getting a victory against.
You talk about, kind of taking control in the second half, but I thought maybe early in the third quarter you had some big shots. Taylor, Marta coming off the bench, hitting threes. What was it that changed from a tie ball game to kind of taking a little bit of control because of your shooting tonight?
Well, one of the things I thought is offensively, both teams were playing well. So what we challenged our team at halftime was to step up defensively. And we knew that we were shooting about a 50% clip. We were 8 for 15 in the first half from three, and we knew we would get our shots against that zone. And we did get our shots. We had to make sure that they did not get their threes. And only to let them get 8 shots up in the second half from three. We gave up some back cuts, we gave up some things inside, but we knew we could trade 3 for 2. And when we got on a roll, the points piled up in a hurry.
Were you surprised they stuck in that zone as long as they did, considering the way you were shooting?
No, that's what they do. And one of the things we talked about is that we had to get the ball on the floor, and then you had to make good decisions when you got there. And tonight we get 18 assists on 27 field goals. That's making some really good decisions. I thought, Taylor Russ played really well again. What I was really happy about is her 3 steals. They were all in help situations where somebody rotated and Taylor made the next rotation. And then for her to get 15 points, she really puts a lot of pressure on us. Marta Gomez came off the bench, shot the ball extremely well, 5 of 8 overall, gave us a big lift, and we needed that. And then Liv Roberts played well. She made some strong moves to the basket, finished, and all in all, great team effort. Everybody stepped up, both offensively and defensively.
This team has the ability to shoot, but on nights like this, you mentioned trading 3 for 2. It's kind of a little bit of a luxury, Joe, with just how good this team can shoot at times.
Yeah, we can get lineups out there where we put a lot of pressure on you from the three-point line. And when we're able to attack and make the decisions we made tonight, we're a tough out. There's no doubt. Natalie shoots it well. Marta shoots it well at our 4 spot. I thought Shalali gave us good minutes in the first half. And then Slajana had her best game of the year. She's very difficult to defend off the dribble. So we got a great deal of production from our starters, and yet we got a big lift off the bench, and I think that contributes to a 14-point win.
And then points off turnovers as well. I mean, you had 10, which isn't maybe what you want, but still capitalize on their 15.
Yeah, last week we had 22, and we talked about taking care of the basketball. But one of the things we knew is how we wanted to attack. And I thought everybody bought into the scout, and they made the right decisions tonight, and it made the game a lot easier. And then to have our crowd behind us, almost 2,500 people. It was a great game, great excitement, and I thought the game was played very well on both ends of the court.
Fun in the sun now. It doesn't get any easier, though, with these two opponents, as you mentioned to me yesterday. But talk a little bit about what's ahead in this UCF tournament.
And we knew how difficult this week was going to be. I mean, Drake's a team that was 28-5 last year. They win their league. They return 3 starters, so you knew it was going to be a big challenge. They beat us by about 14 last year. So it was something that we knew the quality of team coming in. Now we get UNI. They're going to be picked at 1 or 2 in their league. And then IUPUI defeated UNI, who defeated Iowa State. So when you think about who we're going into play this weekend, the challenge is just truly step up.
Obviously, you want them to enjoy the experience, but obviously a business trip at the same time. And I kind of joke with the girls about that you would stress it's a business trip.
Well, it becomes a little more on the business side on Friday. We're going to give them a couple days just to enjoy themselves. We're on Thanksgiving break. We don't have an opportunity to be with our family. So we may be with our basketball family, and that's what we do, and we're going to enjoy a couple days, one day to travel, one day to enjoy, and then we're right back to work on Friday to play for Saturday, and there's no day in between. So the challenge of that becomes a little bigger for us, so we may have to play a little deeper into the bench and count on more people to play.
Lastly, you like going on the road at Thanksgiving, just kind of maybe a chance to kind of get away and bond as a team a little bit?
Yeah, I think one of the things that's a challenge is that because Thanksgiving is a time when people go to family, and we usually don't have that opportunity. And so it's best when we're all together. We're in the same situation. We know who we are. We care about one another, and we want to make sure that we have a nice Thanksgiving as well. As I say, we got a great deal to be thankful for, and it's nice to be with this team on that day.
Speaking of thankful for a 4-0 start now, huh?
Yeah, I really am. You know, you never know what you're going to do. One of the things we always talk about is just getting better every day. If you compete, you defend, you share the basketball, wins will take care of themselves, and that's exactly what's happened. So I'm happy where we're at. We just have to keep getting better each and every day.